All started with reviewing a cheap 2-channel micro RC plane for my son's TikTok video, and then making a giant aircraft carrier RC model for that micro RC plane to take off and landing. Hey guys, finally we meet again. I'm sorry I didn't update new build video for last month because I was busy with other project. I mass produced foam chuck glider. For now we only have 2 products, Boeing 737 and T-50 Ghost Hawk, like this, for local market only. We sell it on TikTok shop and Tokopedia. They also can be converted into RC using electronic from 2-channel RC plane or mini drone parts. So last month I had to prepare the production system, but now I came back again to make more YouTube build videos. I am very interested with this 2-channel micro RC plane. Besides it's cheap, also very compact, the new technology gives us smaller board and more stable flight. Then I replaced the airframe with my F-18 Super Hornet. I use low density EPS foam or styrofoam for the material. This jet doesn't have any control surfaces including the elevator, so when flying headwind it tends to pitch up like that. It uses power to fly higher and reduce power to fly lower. To turn it uses differential thrust from its 2 tiny brush motor. It also has built-in gyro on the board, so it can still controllable when flying when there's wind, but still pitch up when there's a strong headwind. Maybe I need to make another model. This is the low density EPS foam that I mentioned earlier. I use the electronic from this diamond 2-channel RC plane. The power is not enough and also the control is very clumsy. And after I swap the electronic with this model and convert it to pusher props, it flies very good.
Yes, lurusin om. Iya, terlalu dekat om. Ya, habis ya baterainya.
After I make this video for my son's TikTok, I inspired to make catapult system to launch the plane. It is so cool. What if I built an RC aircraft carrier to be equipped with this catapult system? But before that, I want to share my new RC plane. I got this plane from my friend Pungky. You can visit his channel Pungky Sasando here. This plane can be used as trainer to learn to fly as well as aerobatic model. You just have to set the correct endpoint and export on the transmitter. The fuselage material using lightweight plywood frame with 3mm depron foam skin and packing tape covering. The wing use low density EPS foam or styrofoam. The wingspan is about 1 meter. The build is very neat and rigid. It flies great, and you can buy the kit at about 600,000 rupiahs or about $40. It is made by order, but unfortunately only available for local market, which is Indonesia only. I have his WhatsApp number on the descriptions. I want to build the newest super carrier, that is USS Gerald Ford. With this F-18 scale, which is about 152 scale, I need to build the aircraft carrier at about 6.5 meters or 21.3 feet in length. That's actually still possible, but it will not fit inside my car. So the ship size is reduced from 6.5 meters to 4 meters or 13.1 feet. Yeah, the flying model will be off the scale, but still plenty of room for landing. It's about 2 meters smaller, but on my experience with 160 centimeters or 5.2 feet RC model yacht, it will need a lot of weight ballast. My yacht needs about 5 kilograms of weight ballast, so 4 meters need a lot of ballast. But what if I make all the ship part on the water surface? So no portion of the ship will be underwater, just like a waterline model ship. A waterline model ship is a model of ship that simulates as if it is on the water. It's only model that is visible above water. Can it be worked on huge model? Maybe there will be some problems, like the ship will be move up and down easily following the water movement below, or because there will be 3 segments, the segment will be like a roller coaster. I don't know, but I will try it anyway. This project consists of 3 main segments: the bow part, middle part, and the stern. The other are accessories parts like the island and other small details. First, I make the bow part segment. This is the deck part. Here I make a long slit for the catapult system, and then install the catapult system on the back of the deck. I make sure the launcher is free to move. This is the base of the hull. I then attach both walls to form a hull. I use paper masking tape on the inside to help holding the foam while the glue is set. And then I glue the deck with the hull. Here I make a simple lock and release mechanism for the catapult by using a servo to move a wire for locking and releasing the launcher. I use C2 Greyhound for testing the catapult. The catapult is working perfectly. Next is building the middle segment. The hull is very simple because it's just, like I said, a waterline model hull. For this I use whole size depron foam, which is 2 meters or 39-inch length foam board to make big parts. And then the stern segment. I use depron medium gray for the hull and depron dark gray for the flight deck. Next is superstructure on top of the flight deck that is called the island. The screw is for hooking the rubber bands to merge each segment. Here I use paper masking tapes for marking lines on the flight deck. Transparent vinyl stickers for island windows. For railings, I use the same method for my yacht's model by using printed transparent stickers onto thin mica plastic. Radar domes with styrofoam block. The island is detachable for easier transport. Here I make a power pod, basically ESC, motor, propeller and rudder on the same place, and it can be swing up and down. Tom is hungry again. I gave him only dry food. I think he wants his wet food again. After attaching servo for steering, I test the power pod and insert it inside the stern. This is why I make a swingable power pod, so I can move it up for transport and move it down when on the water. Here I make a very simple F-18 Super Hornet model for flight deck decoration. I use heat shrink plastic for F-18 canopy. And here papercraft pushback truck. Satu babakan, the leg that I use for flying Icon A5, no longer can be used because they need permission paper to fly there. So I need to find alternatives. There's two alternatives. Satu Gintung or Gintung Lake is just 10 kilometers from home, but I never go there and it looks like it's hard to park the car there. Another one is Sawangan Lake or Bojongsari Lake, and it looks like I can park the car near the shore, and it's also look cleaner and brighter. That was not supposed to happen. I forgot to secure the island, so here I secure it with toothpicks on the bottom, so it won't fly away with the wind again. I failed to record when we lowered the ship onto the water on the first day, but here's the second day. The ship actually is not heavy, but the joint between segments are not rigid, so we need to be careful to handle it.
Telemetry lost.
Oops, suddenly my transmitter lost connection with the receiver. The ship is too far away to be hoisted with rescue thread. Luckily there is a fisherman there to help. He pushed the ship and finally it catches the wind and drifting slowly but sure to shore. Thank you, Mr. Fisherman. The receiver lost connection because the battery fall from its place and disconnect the power. Now the super carrier is going into position for launching the RC plane. My son is controlling the carrier and I will fly the plane. This plane is amazing, it can still cruising on the water. Another attempt.
Kalau kemarin iya udah.
Now with F-18 Super Hornet.
Satu, dua, tiga.
Ya, belum. Aduh, cakep banget, kok belum dapet. Ya Tuhan.
It's actually harder than I thought. They can fly, but not like what I've expected. Not like many weeks of training. Maybe because of the headwind, so the plane just pitched up suddenly against the wind. Also, the catapult was malfunctioned many times. How about landing? I know it will be hard, and this is very hard. The plane was at the mercy of the wind because there is no control surfaces. It is very hard to aim the final approach. And also the plane is a bit off balance, thus made it even harder. The plane was run off battery and the air was already so hot, so we wrap it up and prepare to get going. But before that, I like to cruise it one last time before we go. Suddenly, very strong wind hit it from the side. We don't have a recording from the main camera and drone, but maybe it will looks like this. This is taken from the previous day. I didn't put a wind factor as a problem. I should consider it too. All the dummy jets are wet and broken. I think the project was going okay. The super carrier looks real on the water. Catapult launch was working but can be better. Landing attempt is failed. Okay guys, thanks for watching. The next project will be A10 Thunderbolt 2 or A10 Warhawk with EDF and also pusher props. See you again in the next episode.